Good day and welcome back to another build of the week video. So this is part of my build of the week series, and obviously we took a look this week at the Giant Ape Power category, and now we're going to be taking a look at how they perform in red zone. So I took them to a decent red zone stage. I think the Gamma 1 Gamma 2 stage is a pretty nice one to show off how a team can function. Specifically, a couple reasons why. So one boss is susceptible to stunning, the next phase is susceptible to sealing, and then of course you have a pretty tough duo phase. So I just thought it's a great way to kind of show off how the team does in general. Couple things here. So in terms of Giant Ape Power team, this is more a Dragon Ball Heroes centric Giant Ape Power team, obviously. I think the Dragon Ball Heroes one is pretty strong, if I'm being honest. I think it's probably the most reliable one. Usually I would adjust my team though to have Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Goku, just because he obviously has the ability to tank quite well. But I thought, yeah, since we're showing off Giant Ape Power, we might as well show off this team, considering I'll show off a different team for the ESBR video. So in terms of Giant Ape Power, you got a lot of pretty strong options. I think it's going to depend on your leads though. For me personally, I think currently the best lead for Giant Ape Power, as in a Giant Ape Power lead, is the SS4 Vegeta. I think he's really the best one, and there's a couple reasons why. I think firstly, SS4 Vegeta, the Limit Breaker one I'm talking about, is probably the best lead because he is very good as a floater, which I find to be very helpful. And then he allows you to incorporate a bunch of other really strong units into the Giant Ape Power team. Now, I decided to go more Dragon Ball Heroes centric here and just kind of show off a couple units that I don't think I've shown off in Red Zone before. But running SS4 Limit Break Vegeta will allow you to run SS4 Limit Break Goku, will allow you to run SS4 Goku and Vegeta. It will allow you to run all the top Giant Ape Power units. Another unit that I think is great is the Giant Ape Vegeta. He's a fantastic floater as well. Great levels of damage, and also he's really strong in that floating slot. So I'm trying to mention units that aren't currently in the team, so you can understand that there are options far beyond this team, just so that you can get to grips with it. I think out of this team entirely, I think SS4 Gohan is very strong. I think he's a very reliable tank. He needs dupes to be super duper efficient, but the thing with Gohan is he won't get you killed, which I think is something that's very important, at least for me, from a damage perspective. So Gohan is very reliable tank. The SS4 Goku, not so much. If you've got him rainbowed and you've got him link level 10, and he's managed to build up his 7 stacks, then yes, he will definitely be a super reliable tank, but there's a lot of effort that goes into it. At 55%, he's actually just a better floater than anything else. The SS4 Goku and Vegeta, the LR, I think they are exceptional. I would have bought them with red coins if I wasn't holding out for Trunks and Vegeta, because they're my only hope in this world. You know how I feel about Trunks. But yeah, team overall pretty good. I think the Kumba is probably the least impressive unit here. There's a couple reasons why. So Kumba gains a lot of defense after being hit, but at 55% his defense before getting hit is not the best. Now if you have a dupe in him, that changes a lot. His defense goes up like to 200k. If you link level him, it goes up again. If you obviously, get him to super attack, that also goes up, and then he gets hit, and then his defense is really good, and he can stun the opposition, which is something that's very powerful. He's more an SBR unit for me though, more so than a red zone unit, but I thought it would be fun to bring him along and just see how he did in a red zone, especially at 55%. So yeah, for the most part, I think the Giant Ape Power team is a lot of fun. I think they're a team that does need work, as in you need dupes in a lot of the units. I don't think the team functions well at 55%, at least to dominate red zone, to give you an easy win. But I think if you've got a dupe in each unit, like if I had a dupe in SS4 Goku, if I had a dupe in Limit Breaker Vegeta, if I had another dupe in Gohan, if I had a dupe in Kumba, if I had maybe this SS4 Vegeta rainbowed, the team would be looking a lot better. And the one nice thing about at least using the crossover leads is you can incorporate some of the other super strong crossover characters, Xeno, Goku, etc. All these super reliable units. So yeah, I think for me personally, the team's not bad in any way, shape or form. I just think, like, from my perspective, that it does need a little bit of, like, a little bit of love. Needs a little bit of love to get it going. Link leveling helps these guys a lot. Good equipment helps them a lot. I know you can say that about any team, but the SS4 team is very similar to like a big bad bosses type of team. You know, like you link level them, you get that extra 10% defense, you get that extra 5% defense from prepared for battle, you get a lot of stuff going on with them. Because the thing is right, a lot of them have counters, like a lot of them straight up counter super attacks. A lot of them have medium chance, high chance to counter super attacks. So it's really just a raw defense that you have to get up. And I think overall, the team is really good. I personally think the team is really solid. I just think there is a little bit of, like, we're even going to see a giant form here, which is cool. Although it doesn't do too much damage, because again, I don't have a dupe in him. If I had a dupe in him, he could be critting, he could be doing a lot more with this, but yeah, it's fine. It's always good to show the benefits of the team. By the way, just for those who don't know, giant forms do pause items, so if you don't need to pop like Whis and stuff after using the giant form, just saying. But yeah, the thing is, right, they're just a team that I think needs dupes. Like, you even look at the SS4 Goku, the SS4 Vegeta, you know, they need dupes. The Gogeta needs a dupe or two. It just makes them look so much better. I do think this team, yeah, obviously I went Dragon Ball Hero centric, but I think if you were to really mix up this team, I think you would have a much better functionality. So throwing in strength SS4 Vegeta LR, throwing in AGL SS4 LR Goku, I think these units would help this team a lot. Even just as floaters, like replacing Kumba would dramatically improve the team because of how much damage he takes. He does take a large amount of damage. And yeah, I think overall the team would look a lot better. But that being said, that's why I say, like, the giant form team can definitely have a couple variants within it, and I think that's something that's really, really fun. It's giant form, the Giant Ape Power team has a lot of variants, and I think that's a lot of fun, at least for me. I think it's a team that can really, really, really dominate a lot of events, and although this is a Dragon Ball Hero centric one, this team itself could definitely be improved. Kumba could be replaced. I would definitely replace Kumba. I think the rest are fine. Int Gohan is very strong. I think the Bardock is also very strong after Super. Although obviously he does have his own limits. I think Kumba needs dupes, and I just don't have the dupes for him, unfortunately, which I think is a little bit of a shame. And then yeah, I think overall, looking at the rest of it, I think everything is fine here. I don't think there's anything distinctly crazy that needs to be said about the team. I don't think there's anything like wild that we can change or adjust that will really rapidly change the side. I would focus on eliminating the AGL Gamma 2, just because I think Gamma 1 is easier to deal with. But yeah, the team does good damage, especially when you pop a Whis. Like, all of a sudden SS4 Goku becomes a really good tank because he's got that 70% damage reduction. Vegeta breaks guard, so he does a lot of damage, and you just got a lot going on. We don't get that lucky with additionals and things here either, which is always a bit of a shame. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think this team does pretty well. Got a bit unlucky in this run, but I think if you replace Kumba, you pretty much would beat this stage. And you beat a lot of red zone stages. Don't get me wrong, the Giant Ape Power team can definitely handle a lot of red zone stages, especially if you have SS4 Goku and Vegeta. because they scale really well and they have that guard in the beginning. So they're definitely a unit that helps with the ability to tank and do damage and all these sort of things. So yeah, I think, overall, I personally think overall they are very, very strong. But hey, you can see really, really, really powerful Vegeta here, doing some really good damage. Vegeta actually also doing some pretty nice damage as well. He's actually a unit that benefited a lot from their release, but he's just a little bit too far behind. Taking a strength attack, 129k, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, the team did pretty well. Obviously, I think replace combo, you probably win there. Replace physical Vegito, you probably win there as well. But hey, that's how it is. I just want to show off the team, and I think, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts. Bye.